Hi, Cancer. This is Just with your November 1st to the 15th, 2017 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Cancer, I see that some of you have definitely recently gotten over some addictions. So congratulations. And I feel like it's been by way of help from a counselor, someone very significant in your life was your kind of mentor. Some of you could have done that for someone, and now they're said amount of months, days, years sober. So congratulations. Definitely, if that relates to you, please put it in the description box below if you'd love to share with us, because I would love to know if that's the case. I do see someone out there is starting a addiction rehab. So you're starting some type of rehab. And I feel like it's going to be really good. You've either gotten a grant, you've gotten a loan, you've gotten approval for a rental space, that sort of thing, to kind of get things rolling. I do see building for some of you. So congratulations. If you're starting a business, that's going to be very much a help to those in need. Now, it looks like at the workplace, some of you have recently, if you're looking for a job, some of you could have recently gotten a job. You work along really well with the people, and you're working a lot. Like it's high season, or it's just a lot to do. So you're working a lot, and it looks like you're kind of trying to help in any way that you possibly can, which I feel like is going to be very impressive to those that are watching you and that are around you. So that looks really good. It looks like some of you are working a lot because you need to kind of increase your money. Looks like you're saving money. Some of you could be looking to get a new home, I see, or move into a new place. So you're trying to look for opportunities that's going to be best for you, like someplace to live. And you may be doing that with you and a roommate, that sort of thing, looking for a new place to live. And so with this new opportunity, you may decide that, hey, I want to live with someone, or I'm going to live with someone, that sort of thing. If you're starting school, I do see that you will be dorming with another person, or again, renting a space with someone. Now, there may be a little bit of hiccups along the way in the month of November at the beginning, as far as will you get approved? Do you really like the place? There's some issues with being able to kind of discern what you want, or make a decision. Okay. So that will be a bit of a challenge. I do see making decisions being a challenge, people getting back to you, being a challenge, for the month. But I feel like after the 10th day of November, it will subside. Things will start to get a little bit better. Don't shut yourself off, and your intuition is going to be really high. So if you feel like, yeah, this is it will be. It's just going to be, a little bit of delay. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of delays and maybe little hiccups along the way, maybe some missing communication, that sort of thing, not being able to make a decision and decide. And it may not necessarily be on you. It could be on a roommate or someone else that's kind of like kind of prolonging this whole thing. But just know that everything is going to work out for some of you. Now, I do see that there may be, for some of you, there may be a situation where you're being very practical right now. Someone may be asking you for money in the month of November. Okay. You don't know exactly how you are going to handle this. And the person may say that, they really need it. So it could be your child, they need money. Can you help them? That sort of thing. And some of you are going to decide, no, I'm not going to help you. You need to save your money. You need to be a little bit more practical about, your situation. They may be in some form of trouble. I don't see jail or anything detrimental, but they may need it for something like serious. And so after some contemplation, you may take a little while before you just decide to give it to them, because again, it's a lesson that they kind of need to learn. I do feel like some of you children, if you have adult children, that may be a little bit of a hairy situation for some of you in the month of November. I do see children kind of acting out of character, could be very combative at this time, especially if you have teenagers. Some of you may see that one of your children may be starting a job. So some of you could be getting your teenage child a job, or even your older child a job. And so they're so happy. They're over the moon that they're starting this new chapter in their life. And I feel that you're going to constantly drill in their head, save, save, save. Just keep saving and saving as much as you possibly can. There's some underlying things that's going on underneath the surface that you're not 100% sure. Like you don't have full evidence or clarity. But I feel like you can feel it, like you really can feel what's about to happen. Now, that could be at the workplace, okay? That there could be talks of someone being let go or having to kind of cut the budget, hours maybe cut, that sort of thing. So there may be some shifts and changes at the workplace. And it's not spoken about. Like there hasn't been a memo that's gone out. There hasn't been a meeting of sorts. But there's just like this feeling like I feel like someone's about to get fired or like something's about to happen. It could be like two people, or you may have this strong feeling for like 2 weeks, 2 days, that sort of thing. But there is this element of like knowing something is about to happen before it happens. Okay. So if you have this strange feeling like something's getting ready to happen, I don't know why I feel this way. Just give it time because you're probably right. Okay. Now, also, I see that as far as money is concerned, again, I feel like a lot of you being very practical with your money. There will be some money coming in. So if you've been waiting on money, it will come. Okay. I feel like for some of you, the 3rd week of November, first week, you'll see it. For some of you, and others of you, it may take a full month from when I'm saying it now, or, from November. So sometime in December where the money will come in for you. I do see that there is, an idea of what you want to do with this money. So some of you may be wanting to start a new business, branch out and do new area of your business. Excuse me. Put that money to work to some extent, but some of you may be a little bit scared and nervous about, is it the right thing to do? Is it going to yield me the increase that I'm looking for? So there is some double-mindedness going on here for some of you. I do see that. Okay. So if you are in doubt, obviously delay a final judgment because you're not in a position to really make that call. But again, if you're going by how you feel, then I feel you can't go wrong about how you feel. Feelings will your feelings will supersede any decision makings for you. So try not to be so in your head trying to mentally figure something out. Always ask yourself, how do you feel? How does this feel? Now, if it still feels unsure, then clearly you shouldn't make a decision. But things that feel very sure, very clear, then, that's your kind of tip to move forward. I do feel like for those of you that will start looking for work in November, you are going to go through a grueling process as we get to the 2nd week. There's going to be a lot going on, a lot of questions, a lot of having to kind of follow up, maybe meet with several people, not really knowing how to gauge the people. I feel like people are not necessarily saying exactly, not being very clear about things. So just expect the looking for work process if you're in the business of looking for a job. 2nd week of November, just expect for it to kind of all over the place. Go with your intuition. Do your best, obviously. Now, as it relates to love, I feel like some of you have recently moved into a new place with you and your mate. That's nice. So congratulations. Others of you, I do feel that there was something that you found out. So your mate could have told you that they found a new job, they're looking for a new job, and they want to start new, and you're supporting them. You're being very supportive, even though you're like, I'm not even sure if this even makes any sense. You may be questioning to yourself, like, does it make sense? That sort of thing. But to them, you're being very, you're being supportive, or someone could be being supportive of you, of this new endeavor that you have. Okay. I do see that you may have to front someone. So if your mate is like, I want to start this new thing, you may have to help them you know, with the capital, that sort of thing. There's some form of help more than just emotional support is what they're going to need. And I feel like some of you are going to give at first, but then as time goes on, you may feel like, well, I don't even really know, you know, what all this entails and how successful this is going to be. So it's like, you know, I think that you need to have a better business plan, or you need to have, you know, better structure and, you know, how you're going to make money, you know, because your concerns, I feel, will be the financial aspect of it. Okay. If it is your mate that has that concern, then you may find yourself doing the legwork of making the calls, doing the research, looking into things, that sort of thing. I do see like the strong intent, focus, and researching to, make plans and planning ahead for some type of business structure, that sort of thing. Or again, if your mate is out of work, that sort of thing, kind of helping them fill in the dots of like, hey, you can go here, you can do that. So shooting emails to them and giving them that sort of support. So I do see you guys being very supportive as a mate is trying to kind of get from one place to another place. So that's great. I do feel like some of you may be at a point where it's like you kind of want to leave a situation, leave a relationship that is becoming a bit burdensome for you. But you haven't said anything yet. You're not doing anything just yet. You may feel like your mate has become very defensive toward you. Some of you are trying to be very hopeful for this relationship. You may even be trying to suggest new things. So let's go on a trip. Would you like to do this? Or I made this for you. I did this for you. But then I feel like, excuse me, when you get to the second week, there may be this feeling like your mate is just a bit detached. So I've been feeling for a while that Cancer has been going through it with their mate. If it's not, you know, a three-party thing, then it's their mate has gone through something traumatic, or Cancers are going through something traumatic. And so there's this kind of disconnect. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here, a bit of a disconnect. You may be questioning your mate about, you know, what's going on with you? Like, why are you so disconnected from me? Vice versa. Someone could be saying this to you. And I just feel like someone may feel like they're down here and you're up there, or you may feel down here and they're up there. But there's this disproportionate balance or imbalance, okay, as far as how someone sees themselves. And I feel like it's all mental. It's like a psychological thing. You may be very accomplished, but it hasn't come without hard work. And if they put in the same level of hard work, they could get there too. Or if you're feeling that way, then obviously apply it to you as well. But I feel like there's this disproportionate level of someone seeing the other as higher or less than, better or less than. And that's really not the case. So I think that's kind of what you guys are dealing with. Unbeknownst to some of you guys, you may be dealing with a bit of jealousy from your mate, because they're not necessarily having the same level of successes, or they're not exactly where they would like to be, or you could be feeling this way. So if you are, then obviously take a page out of their book and, you know, do a little bit more. If you see opportunities, and it looks like there will be opportunities in the month of November, take heed to it, take stock in that, and see how you can make effective change for yourself. So that's what I have for you guys for the first 2 weeks of November. I hope that this has been helpful. Please share below if you would like to, and let us know how this relates to you. I also will attach a 3-month love reading for you guys, and that's a love reading for the remainder of 2017. If you would like to see that, click on the link at the end of this video. And if you would like a reading with me, I can be reached in the description box, as well as the beginning and end to this video. And if you're new to this channel, welcome, and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Cancer.